Hey there, welcome everyone to Trials, Platinum Guide. So we're looking at Oblivion on the Extreme track. So by now, hopefully all the Extreme tracks for the entire game should be uploaded. For some reason, I didn't save the audio for this track, so I'm going to run through it again. As for this track, I recommend using the Phoenix. This is definitely the easiest track in the Big Sands Riders of Doom DLC. And so let's get started. So we're going to start off first by, you can either lean forward if you want, and then, excuse me, you can either lean forward if you want and then do the lean back and forward tricks similar to one of the jumps in Dark City Run, or you can just, start off going and then just do a back forward up there. So either way, basically you want to be leaning back somewhere near the base and then lean forward once your back tire hits the bottom of that pillar. And don't full throttle it because you can over jump it, but it just kind of hold up to your judgment. Like right now I'm full throttling it and I am just landing in the middle. So personally though, I like to land a little bit further back on that ramp, so I like go over the gas maybe when your front tire is just eclipsing the top of that jump there, maybe a little afterwards. And then you should land right around there, right before the checkpoint. And that's good because you can, instead of relying on a bunny hop for that jump, you can just kind of full throttle it and then land near the base of that little ramp there. And so you want to keep your momentum, and I like to lean into the jump to kind of absorb the shock and then lean back. This will kind of slow you down and let you land a little bit lower on this next ramp. But as long as you get your back tire down, that's all you need to worry about. Alright, for the next jump, you want to just hold back the whole time. Your front tire will compress and kind of bounce off of that ramp, and then you'll want to lock your brake once that left wheel hits there and just lean it forward, and that'll get both your tires right there. So once you land there, basically just make sure your back wheel at least is down. If your front wheel isn't, it's not that big of a deal, but you want to be quick about that because you will get stuck there. And then you just want to do a basic bunny hop there. The good part about kind of locking that wheel right there is like when it comes back down like that, it has a little bit of compression that'll make your bunny hop a little bit bigger, I guess. And as long as you just get that back tire down, it's really easy just to make that jump. You might need to do that little pivot trick for this checkpoint. Alright, similar to earlier, you're going to want to land near the bottom of this ramp again if you're doing this with momentum, and just kind of lock your brakes, or if you're going slow enough, like right there, I can kind of tap my brakes. But if you land low and slow enough, you don't really need to, but then you're just going to want to lean back and let that tire kick up. So as you're seeing, you can lean it forward, and that way when you lean back, you'll pull your tire up. Otherwise, try to let your front tire land first, and that'll kind of compress it and let it kick up faster. And then once your back tire hits here, you don't have to lock your brakes, but you can, as long as you just lean forward over that little pivot there, and you can just roll forward over this checkpoint. So the Big Sands, by the way, is probably one of the hardest DLCs in terms of extreme tracks. Myself, I didn't platinum the last two, which are like Great Fire and the Forge. I didn't get those until a few weeks ago, and that's after over a year of the DLC being out. So let's put that in perspective. I just hit select for some reason, not really sure why. You can kind of see me do the first part of the track here, or try to anyways. It's pivot, get that back tire down, bunny hop, land pretty low, really low actually, center hop. Okay, so now we're back here already. And so basically for this, you're going to want us to do the bunny hop so you can land leaning back like so, and then I'll compress your back tire, and then I'll just let you kind of hop without, or I should say bounce the next jump without doing a bunny hop. Yeah, you can kind of see how this ramp is divided into two sections. I mean, three technically. So there's this lower section, which is the first one. That midsection, oh, someone wants to be my friend. And then that third section up there, which is like the little flat surface. So basically, you just want to land near the bottom and then push forward, and then again lock your brakes. So once you get near the top, that way you can just kind of kick your bike forward and get your front wheel down. So there's always to do that. If you're having problems, you can just try feathering yourself near the bottom of that and then just kind of full throttling it up. So I'll show you that again real quick. And I can show you another little run through here. So as long as you get that front tire up, like the brakes, bunny hop, land near the bottom of here, up, like the brakes again. So yeah, if you're getting stuck here, you can just feather yourself to where you're on this first section of the ramp. I'm doing a really bad job feathering right now, as you can see. Then once you're there, you can just pretty much full throttle and you'll just come up and land right there on the checkpoint. So that's a little bit easier if you're not going for speed, just for no faults. That's how you do it. Next part, just bunny hop. You can land on that pillar if you want to. You don't need to. As you can see, there's basically like a little invisible barrier there that doesn't really let you pivot there. And then you want to land on this next ramp, or downhill, I guess, you should try to land on the actual ramp. Don't hit that flat part, because it'll make you fuck up a little bit, or screw up if you're more prude, I suppose. Basically, you're just going to land flat as you can, and then just immediately lean forward. Basically, while falling, you should just be able to lean forward and land right there. Tap your brakes or hold them, and then you can either sit here or you can just tap your brakes to compose yourself, and then bunny hop next jump. Pretty easy. For this next jump, it's also segmented into this like little flatter ramp, and then it goes to the steeper ramp. You're just going to want to pull back once your front tire. I guess you can have to see where the shadow ends there on that ramp. Is about where you're going to pull back to get that front tire up, and then you're going to want to lean forward almost immediately to get that down, and then just lean this jump like so. Again, it's basically the same as an incline landing on your back wheel going into your front one, so like that. And then you can just pretty much full throttle it up into the next jump, and then once your front tire gets up and over, just lean back and actually get that back tire over. This next jump, you can either roll down here to this checkpoint and then just go like this, which is fine, or if you want to land and go from up here and just full throttle, that is fine, although the angles are pretty sharp, so you might lose a lot of momentum if you don't do it just quite right. So if you just want to rest down here, that's fine, just push forward up the ramp. And then again, with this one, you want to land near the bottom of the ramp and then just full throttle it up. Your front tire should automatically kick up as long as you're just holding if you're full throttling and holding yourself all the way forward, you should still be generating enough speed to let that front tire kick up. If it's not quite kicking up when you want it to, you can try releasing the right stick once you're already accelerating if you release it too early. So basically, for example, would be I'm holding all the way to right now, and I let go and go back immediately on it. That gives me enough time to kick that front wheel up, but still hold my balance. You just need to time it right. Otherwise, I just recommend holding the right stick and full throttling it from the bottom. And then you want to do the little ninja trick again, get that back wheel down, push off the edge and land down here. Either use your momentum, or you can just like kind of plan yourself, and then go up here. And then once we're at this checkpoint, the door's closed as you can see. Basically, you want to land near the bottom of this. If you just lean back and gas, it should be fine to plan your back wheel. And then once you get here, you want to full throttle again, just still leaning back. And you want to do a bunny hop once you get up near there. Basically, if you just hop with the momentum, you should get your bike up there. And again, once you get up there, just lean into your back, or lean into your front wheel once your back wheel lands. If I can do it correctly, that'd be great. It's back, forward, forward. Okay, the next checkpoint, personally I like to do is once you land on that upper platform, is just full throttle while leaning forward. And as you can see, once I get up here, you can just skip the entire next checkpoint. Immediately on this incline, it saves a whole step. And then you use about 80% gas. The next one, if you get stuck up here, that's fine. Just do a basic bunny hop. You should have enough room just to clear it without even really trying. Just lean forward into that wheel again. Go about 90% speed or so to land on this ramp. Immediately push on the next ramp. Just do a basic bunny hop. Land on that pipe, the giant castle, I guess. Just land on your back tire into your front tire. Go over it, get that checkpoint. And then here's two ways you can do it. Really, you can do this way, which is like this really weird shortcut that you can do, but I'm really bad at it. So I don't recommend this if you already have like a really good time, because if you touch like that barrel and all, you're pretty much screwed. So I mean, you can do it, but it's very difficult. Otherwise, just go down here, try to land near the top of this ramp, just an initial burst of gas, and then feather yourself. Make sure to land somewhere in here. Basically, on this last part, if you feather very heavily near the bottom, so it's like a light feather, and then heavy feather, and just enough to where your tire slips off, but you still have some forward momentum. And then this burst of gas once you're down there. And then want to use about 80% speed to get down to that little rock. Your bike might catch on fire, but that's fine as long as you keep going. Feather yourself here, full throttle, you should land up here. Get your back tire down and then cross the finish line. Alright, I'm going to go for a minute, but then I'll come back and record the replays, so hard cut now. Okay, so now we're going to look at my slow motion replay. So currently this is ranked 848th, 0 faults, 1 minute and 3 seconds. And this replay isn't really good. If you've been watching my videos at all, I always have the Mohawk helmet, but right now I just have this like Spartan helmet, which is what I used when this DLC first came out, I think. Or it might have been the Origin of Pain DLC this one. Anyways, I guess I can start talking about the replay first. So I've been using a thread also to tell you guys what the platinum times were for some of these maps, but since Red Links has apparently switched over to using UB forums, and I can't find that thread, so Yeah, that's always fun, including the fact that I tried searching for the thread and it said I didn't have permission for that, so yay, Ubisoft. Anyways, great game. Just shitty forms, okay. Anyways, let's continue with that. So, as you can see here, you'll see me probably just lean back and then push forward up on this first hill. So that's back, and then the forward near the bottom. Let go of the gas, keep moving forward, balance, land when you're back to jump there. Don't need to do the buddy hop, just land under here. Get enough air, lean back for this jump so that front tire can come up. Lock the brakes there, maybe just tap. Get both tires down to the bunny hop. I make sure to lean forward here. What that does is compresses my front tire, so it'll get a little more of an extra hop here. Excuse me. Get those tires down. Don't even do the bunny hop, just kind of bump the gas there to get lower down here. Feather myself down here. I think I hesitated a few times, or maybe I don't. Anyways, just get enough throttle up there to the bunny hop. Just let myself kind of roll there, leaning forward as we get on this hill. I do lock my brakes here just a little bit to stabilize myself, and then just do the bunny hop in this next jump. Lock my brakes again. Get up there, lean into that front tire. Lose a little traction on the back tire, but that's fine. Clip up over here. I'm gonna start rolling down. Let's use my momentum. Land here. Let myself roll down so I can feather a little bit more. And then get up there with a little trick. Just kind of push off with the gas. For the most part, you should be able to clear that jump without hitting the lava, unless you just have a really bad takeoff from that. Alright, that jump wasn't the best, but I'm just pivoting on my chassis there to get up there. So you see me leaning forward, getting back, getting that front wheel up, doing that little bunny hop, leaning back again, get that back wheel down, lean forward into it. Just full throttle up here, lean back into my front tire there. Again, inclines back wheel into front wheel. Just gas here and do a nice bunny hop, make sure to get my front tire up on that edge. Just fall down here. Could have landed, I guess that's pretty good landing, so I just kind of feather and feather more to get into the bottom. Let's use that burst of gas there to make sure I stay on there. Just a little bit of gas there, a little weak on there, but I still make it, so that's okay. And then kind of lose my balance by a feather and gain my composure, whatever. Get my back tire down there and just do a bunny hop to the finish line. So, if you're going for this achievement for beating Extreme Track, this is probably the easiest track I'd recommend doing. If you just want to get Platinum Medal, because then there you go. There's an achievement for Platinum Medals in this DLC, but it does not include Extreme Tracks, so it's just for your personal accomplishment, or whatever you want to call it. So as always, like, comment, subscribe, tweet at me. I use Twitter a lot more now if you want a video being made of any tracks. I'm trying to have every track in the game and the DLCs done by the time Fusion comes out, which is about a month from now. So, and also be on the watch out for achievement guides and track walkthroughs on that game. I tried to get an early release copy, but ended up not working out. So, I'll be like a regular person, get the video late, and all that good stuff. So look forward to doing that. And then until next time, I will see you guys later.